Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You came back. In this week's video, what I have for you is another first impression and review of Panda's liquids and dip powders. I've used their powders before and I really like their powders. This is the first time I use their liquids, so if that is something that you're into seeing, go ahead and stick around and let's get into it. Look, the bottles are a little beat up because I've been holding on to them for a little while, but they have a 3-part system that we are going to try. And the colors that I'm going to use today are Caffeine Queen, Espresso Yourself, and Holy Chic. They're like brownie, kind of very fall-y colors. Okay. I'm nervous. I didn't read anything about these liquids again, as per usual. I think what I'm going to do is Holy Chic on my pinky, and then Caffeine Queen on my ring finger, and then Espresso Yourself and Caffeine Queen vertical ombre on my middle finger, and then Espresso Yourself on these 2 fingers. So we still got a little bit of an ombre. I got my new ombre brush. If you guys didn't see my video that I did on Instagram or on in my group in YouTube, this is the brush that I use. It's the 84020 brush from e.l.f. I got it at Walmart. This is the best ombre brush. So if you have like an ombre issue, if you're having a hard time, use this one. Because the other ones are too fluffy, and this one holds like just the right amount, so you can go nice and slow. It's great. So we're gonna start with Holy Chic, the light color. It's pretty. I'm gonna give it a stir. Just to fluff it up. It's got a nice little shimmer to it. Pretty. Okay. Oh gosh, okay, not stuck shut. I do have to say, these feel like really big bottles. I don't know if they're the same size. It says 0.5 on them, but they feel big. That happens. It's not a big deal. Hopefully it's not a big deal. Haha. Okay. I actually like it when bottles do that because it makes it easier to open than just like, they usually don't get just glued shut when that happens. Oh, okay, so they feel like, because the lid is super short, it feels like short in my hand, but the brush looks fluffy, so I'm excited to try it. Seems like really thin liquids. Oh, I put it on too thick. Okay, man, fucking wipe that off. Okay, so these are very thin liquids, but you're gonna have to like really wipe it off. Because the brush is so fluffy, I think it holds a lot of liquid. And that didn't go on very well because I had way too much liquid on my finger. That's better. Alright. God, I love this color. It's like a nice cocoa kind of brown. With like purple hues to it. I have to say I don't like this brush at all. Already. 2 swipes, I'm not digging it. See how it just buckled? Because they're too fluffy. It's like too much liquid gets in there. I wonder if I can wipe that off. Nope. And that dried really quickly too. We'll make do, but you're gonna have to, like, if you use these liquids, wipe that off because a lot goes on there. Ooh, it dries really fast. That's interesting. So in order to get like the right amount of liquid on, I don't know. I don't know about this. It's like buckling really bad. Okay, that one was better. Sometimes it just takes a learning curve. You know, like I've said a billion times. Plus, you know, thank God for filing and buffing, because I'm not sure. Oh. It's got me frazzled. I do like that their half ounces come in these like wide jars. I find them really easy to dip into. Oh man, I don't like the way this is going on. So if you ever have that buckling, you can always like buff it down, especially if you're gonna do another pass, like another dip. You can buff that down and dip over it, and sometimes it'll look better. This is gonna be I need a lot of buffing and filing this time, I have a feeling. I'm nervous about ombreing with these liquids because they dry really quickly. Like, see, that side dried before I could even like get there. Oh man. Super pretty colors though. I'm like not able to take my time really carefully around my cuticle because I'm afraid it's gonna dry and I'm not gonna be able to like clean it up, which I don't like at all. There's like no medium ground. It's like all or nothing with these liquids. I got it like all up in my cuticle. It'll buff out, but you see how it like pooled? I'm nervous about my pinky because I really like, this brush is so like wide and fanny that it's hard to like get it, I don't know, in there, and also the liquid dries really fast. If I take my time to get it close to my cuticle, it's drying really quickly. I think I got it that time. Oh man, I flooded my cuticles again. Oh gosh, okay. It's gonna, so here's the thing, you guys. If you flood your cuticles, it's gonna be okay. You can like buff it, you just have to be really careful. Of course you don't want to get it on your cuticle. These metal files and like glass files are good for like getting like right in there around your cuticle to like even it out. To get it off. It's a very hard brush to control. It dries so quickly that you can't clean it up at all. Even with me doing like a lot more of the liquid to try and make sure that I have enough time to dip it, like it's still not enough time to clean my cuticle up from the flooding. Oh, and I just got a fucking huge ass buckle. So that's great. It'll buff out. Yikes. And they're going on so thick too. Oh my. It's like part of me wants to like buff it now and not even put clear on it. Just so I can get like another dip in. So I'm just trying to like get right in between my cuticle and where it's flooded and like file that down real quick. I haven't even activated and it's dry and hard enough that I can just file on it. It's not even a problem. This buffer is like pretty dead, but okay, so I got that little ridge out of there, so that's good. I want to do another dip just to kind of even it out, but they're so thick already, it makes me nervous. I have a glass vial from Bonafide Beauty, but I don't use it because I don't like the way the glass vials feel or sound. I don't know, something about it just gives me the heebie-jeebies, so I don't use them, but they're really, really pretty. So I bought one, knowing damn well I was never going to use it. Yikes. Thank goodness for cuticle oil, because my cuticles will be fine. I feel like this is really thick down by my cuticle already. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know what to do. I think I might just really just like buff them out real good right now, and then maybe I'll do one more dip after I buff them out. I didn't even put an activator on, but this stuff dries so hard that it doesn't even matter. Usually I do a dip of clear, but this stuff is going on so thick that I don't want to do a dip of clear. Plus, it's so strong. I don't know. It may be affecting the color, but I'm not sure. And this liquid is weird, so I'm doing things different than I usually do. I usually always do a dip of clear, no matter what the color, to protect it. Protect the pigment. You don't always need to do that, but you never really know how a color is going to react to being buffed on until you do it, and then by then it's too late. So I always do a dip of clear, but this time. It's like part of me wants to leave it because I know that as much as I don't like it, it could get worse if I dip again. Okay, let me do the glitter nail while I think about it. And even with like really little glitters like this, I usually pat down, but I don't know that I'm going to need to because this is like really, really little glitters. But I will do a dip of clear. So with my glitters, I always do like a full dip my very first time. Oh my gosh. Flooded my cuticles every single fucking time. I love the colors. I really do. This is my glitter clear. All right, let's try an ombre. Oh, good Lord. Shit. I'm not doing this how I usually would because I'm rushing so fast. See what I mean about super fluffy brushes? So much stays in them. I'm gonna do one more pass. I usually don't go back and forth, but because I was so far away from my cuticle, I kind of wanted to like fill in that space. So that's why I did like a back and forth that time. Hopefully it turned out good. Cuticles. I feel like with these liquids you can either have super lots of space at your cuticle or super flooded cuticles, or I'm just not good with these liquids. They're just not for me. And that doesn't mean that they're not for somebody else. They're just not for me. I think I'll do a dip of clear over this so I can buff it. But that did turn out nice, I think. Give these nails a nice buff. Gosh, should I do another dip on my pointer finger? It just looks a little like patchy right there on the side. I'm just gonna do it. Oh goodness. I'm gonna activate actually, and then I'm gonna give it a buff and see if my thumb looks patchy, but luckily in pictures you don't really see the thumb, so these have very, very little smell, so that's good. Okay, let's top coat. Okay, so just like with every top coat I do activator for 2 minutes, then the top coat, and we got a lint-free wipe. So with a lint-free wipe. Top coat. Burning my eyes, but top coats tend to burn my eyes a lot. Even like triple vitamin burns my eyes. I'm gonna need to buff that nail off, I think, and do it again. Ooh, I might need to buff them all off and do them again. This top coat is not self-leveling. The brush is really hard to control. And I'm likely gonna buff this off and use Virgo and Gems because, as you can see, it's not shiny, not really, and it's got, I mean, this is exactly the same way I put Virgo and Gems top coat on, so so I'm gonna file off the top coat and use a different top coat because my Instagram pictures are important to me. So, but that's what we got so far. And I will be back with a picture. So what did you guys think of that video? Did you like that video? Okay, I'm gonna say the same thing that I say every time I use new liquids. Liquids are a learning curve, first of all. And second of all, just because they didn't work for me doesn't mean they're not gonna work for you. That all said, I hate these liquids. They're like my least favorite liquids on my list, personally, not my favorite liquids. But, like I said, just because I don't like them doesn't mean that somebody else isn't gonna like them. If you've not gone and looked at Panda's colors, bro, I definitely recommend their colors. I love their colors. The powder is great. It's smooth. It's easy to dip into. When I use other liquids, it works very, very well. 10 out of 10 recommend their powders. Liquids are probably going to be swatch liquids only. I don't know if they're worse than Rossi for me. Rossi, I don't like. They were the worst liquids I've ever used up until these liquids. They're probably tied for last. And I hate saying that because I really like Panda and I like their products and I've always liked their company, but I have to be honest, and I hate their liquids. I fucking hate them. If you want to join me in my Facebook group, there's a link down below. If you want to come see me on Instagram, there's also a link down below. I post all of my manis on Instagram, so if you're ever like, what's on your other hand? You can just join my Instagram, and I always list everything that I use on my manis on my Instagram. Every single mani is always on my Instagram. So join me over there. Come to my Facebook group. There's like 7,000 of us, like wackadoos that just love nails, and we don't just talk about dip powder, though we do mostly talk about dip powder. So thank you for being here this week, you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye. Oh, I didn't tell you, if you like this video, give it a like, and if you don't like this video, then stop watching, or give it a dislike. That's fine. Go ahead, you do you, boo. Give it a dislike. Just smash one of those buttons. Do me a favor, smash one of those buttons right now. Just like or dislike. Let's see how many dislikes I can get on a video. If you want to say something to me, you can always say something to me in the comments down below, or you can DM me on Instagram, or you can Facebook message me, or you can just like tag me in a Facebook post in my group, and I will see you, and I will comment, and I will acknowledge you and answer you and all of those things. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun video to edit. I'm like hot. I need to like I'm hungry too. 3 little birds sat on my window and they told me I don't need to worry. This is labradorite. Did you know labradorite's supposed to help with anxiety? My anxiety gets super bad during my special lady time. Does that happen to anybody else? Does your anxiety get really bad during your special lady time? You ever get a song just like stuck in your head and you just can't stop singing it no matter what? There's this guy on TikTok, he sang this song. It was so good. And now I like can't stop thinking about it at all. And they told me I don't need to worry. Summer came like cinnamon, so sweet. Little girls double dutch on the concrete. His voice is like fucking honey. It's so like smooth. You know what I mean? Why are you so loud? Can you believe it's winter already? Like, we had like literal 1 week of fall. There was like 6 inches of snow on the ground in Iowa. 23 degrees outside, just snowing already. It's fucking not even November yet. What the hell? I like fall. Nebraska. My husband's stepdad is from Nebraska. If you're part of their family, you like have to be a Nebraska football fan. It's a requirement. You get a fucking t-shirt for Christmas from Nebraska. Whether you want it or not. That's what you get. You better fucking wear it. I wasn't really into football before I met my husband, and then like I got into football, and then the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, and then they went back to the Super Bowl, and like they had like 3 pretty good years, so I was like super into it, of course. Like it's easy to be a fair weather fan, right? I met Russell Wilson though at Safeway. I used to work at Safeway. I was the second assistant manager at Safeway, and I used to work in the U District in Seattle. And one night, Russell Wilson came in and asked where firewood was, or fire starter or firewood, one of the two. And I literally, my throat dropped out of my butthole, and I was like bright red. I could feel it. I couldn't breathe. And I was sweating instantly because I knew who he was. And by the way, he's short as fuck. Like, I'm 5'8", and like just as tall as him. He was like the same height as me, but he was like, but he's also not like big. But anyway, it was fucking Russell Wilson. And I was like, because this was also right after they had won. This was in between the season where they won the Super Bowl and the next season where they went back to the Super Bowl against Denver, I think. So I showed him where it was. I didn't even fucking acknowledge the fact that he's like Russell Wilson and I'm like having a panic attack. Like I just couldn't even like be like, hi, I love you, or like anything. Like I couldn't like get the words out, you know what I mean? I just like, it's down here, down on the right. Like if you need any more help, let me know. Just ran away. Like, oh my God. Like had to go poop real quick because I was just like, whew, oh my gosh. He used to come into that store all the time and people used to ask him for autographs, and I got autographs, and it's got to be like really annoying, right? Like just leave the man alone. Like, yeah, he's like a great quarterback, right? And like just had an amazing season, and of course all of us want to like hug him and like get his autograph, but also like let the man live, you know? So in case you guys are wondering, I think I'm gonna like try to make this a new thing. What my lip stuff is, I'm using the Kylie lip liner in the color 20, and then the matte liquid lipstick in also the color 20. So they actually fucking match today. What? So, and you know, it took me like years to finally try the Kylie stuff, because I was like, no, I'm not gonna fall for her gimmicky ass shit. But then I tried it and I was like, oh, it's actually good. Like, this shit, first of all, does not come off, and it'll last all fucking day. Please don't fucking look at my pimple on my chin. Oh my god. I've got like hormone pimples going right now. Clearly I should have put some concealer over it, but I didn't, so there's that.